Good evening. My name is Michelle Tippett, and this video is a preview to the informative and persuasive speeches that I will be presenting at the end of this course. When I started researching professions that could stand as a platform to advocate God's values, I noticed a repetitive pattern of top careers. Those being ministers, physicians, nurses, teachers, just to name a few. And these are all excellent examples. However, I felt they were too generalized. And as is my ambition to become an elementary school teacher here locally at our public school once I graduate, I wanted to find a specific field in education, one that I would be interested in researching and learning more about, and being able to present those findings to you. So I chose special education teaching. And as I started my research, another repetitive pattern began to emerge. That being the high shortage and decline of qualified bachelor degree special education teachers across all 50 states. And according to the U.S. Department of Education, there is a predicted outlook from 2018 to 2028 of a 3% growth in students with disabilities and the imperative need for special education teachers. And I found this line graph on their website, and as you can see, in 2015, in the red, the number of students reported with disabilities has surpassed the number of qualified special education teachers. I'll leave this topic now with scripture from Proverbs chapter 13, verses 8 through 9, as an example of God's love for His people and how a career in special education reflects that love. This brings me to Crime on the Streets and my advocacy for the Neighborhood Watch program. We live in a fallen world. Therefore, we, Christian and non, will endure Satan's atrocities. There's not a vaccine that will cure crime, as we have seen throughout history and Bible times. So what do? Well, I have a personal story that I will share with you during the formal speech that will bring street crimes to light, and how a neighborhood society prevented a death. I speak about a group of neighbors, people not in law enforcement, people like you, me, that stood together and brought down a street crime before it could escalate. So where do these heroes live? In a cave? In a web? Do they come from another planet? If you, like me, ever drive through a neighborhood and you see this sign, this is where they live. And many of you may already have this sign located at the end of your street where you live. So it's not Batman, Spider-Man, or Superman that are the real heroes. It's people like you who live behind this sign, this symbol, the National Neighborhood Watch program, the homeland security of small communities who work together with law enforcement to reduce these street crimes. And I do believe that every neighborhood needs heroes like you, like me, to watch out for each other. And to be that nosy old lady that lives next door. with God's love, faith in Him, and the love of our neighbors that will guide our tread through this fallen world. To be continued.